how to configure additional storage on your Kubernetes cluster in Azure. This method involves adding storage directly to one of the pods or nodes inside of your Kubernetes cluster. When done this way, it does add additional storage, but it makes it so that other nodes inside of the cluster do not have access to that additional storage. If you'd like the other nodes inside of your cluster to also have access to that shared storage, I would suggest setting up a file share. That is a separate video, long form content, where we'll be doing this all the way through and also setting up the file share and then showing you the difference between the two. When it comes to adding the storage to your node, you're going to need the GUI once again. So what we do is we hop back over to the GUI. We click Azure Kubernetes Services. We'll click on our fancy new cluster. We then click Service Menu, Workloads. And then what we want to do is create a new workload from a YAML. I was able to figure this out using Google and Microsoft's documentation. To save you some time, I'm also going to put this in the description of this YouTube short in case anybody wants to follow along here. But essentially what we'll be doing is creating another YAML file that defines a pod that has the disk mounted to it already. So what I did was I went ahead and created this YAML file. It has pv test1 as the name of the pod or deployment type. It has one replica. It has we gave it a name and a label of pve test1, and then we choose our container images. Most importantly, note that underneath this template section, when we expand out templates, you see that we have a metadata, which looks for our label, which is pve test1. We have a spec, which contains our container image and name, which is nginx. It also mounts a folder inside of the container right here. And then finally, we have the volume where we pass through our physical volume claim at the very bottom. Just go ahead and hit apply. And when it's done applying, you'll see pv test1 or whatever you named your deployment. When we click underneath here, you'll see it starting up and it's spinning up a pod with our PVC existing of disk 1. So it's assigning the persistent volume claim to this pod, and it's going to automatically pass the disk through. And it looks like it's running right now. Yep, it looks like it's running. And there we go. It has our persistent disks mounted on mount/data. If you like this content, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe either here on TikTok or down below at my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching. Stay blessed, boys. See y'all next video.